Thank you. Early in the 1940s, the movie studios discovered that a hit swing band commanded a lot of box office muscle. And so the Glenn Miller Band found a new home in Hollywood, making two big films, Sun Valley Serenade and Orchestra Wives. Right now, K-Star and String of Pearls are going to join me in one of the swingin'est hits from the movie Sun Valley Serenade. Howdy, folks, let's go for a ride. Get your favorite one to sit by your side. Cuddle up in a sleigh, giddy up, Millie Gray, and away we go. While you listen to the sleigh bells ring, you're yodeling to your baby. You'll feel nice and warm, no matter how cold it may be. Take a look at little Jack and Jill. They ski down the hill, that's a snowplow turn and look. There's a spill on the hill. When you're down, there's a thrill to go up again. Everybody ought to learn to ski, but that's how we first met.
We were the Jack and Jill that came down the hill. When I looked at you, my heart took a spill on a hill with a girl that I can't forget.
It happened in Sun Valley,
Right.
not so very long ago.
There were sunbeams in the snow.
And the twinkle in your eye, I remember, oh so clearly, that you nearly passed me by. Then it happened in Sun Valley, when you slipped and fell, and so did I. It happened in Sun Valley, not so very long ago.
There were sunbeams in the snow.
And I fell in love when I saw that twinkle in your eye.
I remember oh so clearly how you nearly passed me by. Then it happened in Sun Valley when you slipped and fell, and so did I.
Now every year we go back and then we recall that fall and that moment when we were there on a hill. So we both took a spill and we're Jack and Jill again.
You know, at Sun Valley Serenade, the band never did get to Sun Valley. After the picture's over, we drove to Sun Valley to see what it was like. But that was all done here in Hollywood. But of course, they did take shots there that they dubbed in, you know. But the band wasn't in Sun Valley. Great place, though. You should go there sometime.
We did a lot of recording. It all started when we were at Glen Isle Casino. We were on the air constantly there, remote programs right from the nightclub. At one point, there was going to be a recording ban coming up in a month or a few weeks, so we had to get an extra supply of recordings in. So we really amassed a bunch of records to be released, you know, 1 or 2 a week.
What I liked the most about playing with the Glenn Miller Orchestra was it was such a fine orchestra. You know the story, of course, about at one time, one out of every 3 records on the American jukeboxes was a Glenn Miller recording. That's true.
That was Sun Valley Jump, a Jerry Gray hit arrangement from the movie Sun Valley Serenade. The popularity of the Miller sound has always been strong, but from time to time, something remarkable happens in the world of music. Musicians come along who are able to expand a style into something both ruggedly traditional and completely unique. Tonight, we're lucky to have with us a vocal group whose name comes from a Miller Band tune that received renewed prominence in the Glenn Miller story, and is poised again for rediscovery in their exciting vocalese rendition. Here they are, the group and the song, String of Pearls.
String of pearls, vitality, big band based, reality, Miller, hospitality, love it. Not a ring of platinum, not a thing of satin, string of pearls, no baton above it. Jazz, hop, rhythm, levity, add a bop of brevity, pearl by pearl, swing, dreaming so of it. Smooth and grassy, I shall ride.
so slight, bugaboo. Well, I love those melodies. I think of the prettiest harmonies. You know that I really love to sing it as I dig the rhythm that it has. It's so snappy. It really makes me happy. Toes are ready to tap it. The fingers get to snapping, baby. You know it's so good to please. String of pearls in tempo, string of pearls in tempo.
Whether a radio, Victrola, or a honky-tonk is straining a serenade. In a stone and lose my heart to old refrains, calypso, ragtime, I adore a symphony, I love a parade. A melody bellowing from a boogie-woogie jolt, or an opera, sentimental blues, or a hymn, whatever rhythm whirls, contains a string of pearls. String of pearls, vitality, big band bass, reality, Miller, hospitality, loving. Not a ring of platinum, not a thing of satin, come string of pearls, no platinum of you. Need not be so tight to whet your Miller appetite. Delight
We hope you've been enjoying the wonderful music on our program, and we're going to take a short break now for the local stations to talk to you about supporting PBS and many other fine shows like this one. Don't go away. We'll be right back with the swinging second half of the Glenn Miller Band reunion. Only...
Music represents our aggression to the primitive tom-tom-tom, a rhythmic sound that pleases savages and children alike. The main effect is to narcotize them. It acts as a narcotic and makes them forget reality. They forget the depression, the loss of their jobs, all terrible things that beset them. It is like taking a drug.
Well, it was a very busy time. We went from city to city, of course. We were doing one-nighters all the time. And by the time I'd get back, I'd have 12 pieces of laundry sent to me from various parts of the country. And occasionally I'd stop in, see my folks. I'd see them maybe 3 or 4 times a year, and only for a short time, 15, 20 minutes. And then we'd have to get back in the car and get to Boston to play that night, or New York, whichever the case might be. It became a completely new family. The band became my family.
It had its good points and it had its bad. Of course, when we were young, then we could handle all the traveling, but you did get very tired. And you travel all night and you get into town, say, really early in the morning, 6 or 7 o'clock, and you still got to get some sleep. So Paul Tanner and I were roommates, and we had a little deal going on there where one of us would be up near the front of the bus, and the other guy would be right behind him, more or less. And once we pulled up and stopped in front of the hotel, we'd stand up, and the guy behind would stand up in the aisle getting his stuff out of the racks and stuff, and nobody could get past. Well, in the meantime, Paul or whoever it was, me or Paul, would run into the hotel, sign in, and he'd be the first. We'd get our rooms first. So we had a little ploy going there.
The band worked at Pennsylvania Hotel every winter. Well, the 2 winters that I was in the band, the winter of 1940-41 and then 41-42. And the Cafe Rouge in the Pennsylvania Hotel, I think it's now the Statler or something else, the bandstand was up against the wall on 32nd Street. And the entrance to the room was opposite the bandstand, and there was a long hall that went all the way through the hotel to an entrance to the hotel on 33rd Street a block away. And directly across from that entrance was a saloon, Kelly's Bar. I think it's still there. And we used to go in Kelly's Bar when we had the, intermission when we were playing, and we'd be in there drinking. And one of the trombone players, Frankie Donalfo, was a timekeeper. And after we were off 20 minutes or whatever it was, he would get on the stand, and that was a signal for all of us to get on. And the bartender in Kelly's would lean out and look across the bar, and he'd see Frankie on the bar, sitting on the bandstand. And he'd say, "Quick, fellas, Frankie's on the bandstand. Time for one more." And we'd all have a quick one and run back and go to work. I don't know which came first, the phone number or Glenn's idea. I understand the hotel still has the same phone number, which is Pennsylvania 65000.
Pennsylvania 65000. Pennsylvania 65000.